Well, hello, John. At this time of ours together now, we're going to review really how life plays and how you can have life play the way that you want it. And to start out with that, and if you have any questions, just stop me and I'll be happy to answer. But to start out with that, I have my PhD in mental science, and basically that 4 year education helped me understand the mind and how science looked at how to create anything in our life. And so according to scientists, there's just 3 steps to create whatever we want. And so any of our dreams for better health, more wealth, happiness, peace, whatever we want, it all starts with step one, and that is our thought. And this has been proven by science and the quantum physicists, molecular biologists, neuroscientists. They all have identified, proven that it just takes 3 steps to create whatever we want. So step one is our thought. Our thought then creates energy, and that energy is our feelings, our emotions. And that energy, it has to do with, it's like with our thoughts, we plant a seed, but if we don't have the emotions behind it and the belief behind it, it's like planting a seed without any soil. It's not going to grow. So it's our thought creates energy, which is our emotions, and that energy then creates what the scientist says matter, matter. And this is why thoughts become things. However, we need to look at these thoughts and understand where our thoughts are. We have 60,000 thoughts a day, John. That's a lot of thoughts. And out of those thoughts, most people, 80% of their thinking is about what they don't want, about what they don't like, about what they don't have, about lack and limitation. And I call those thoughts the committee. So if you just think of a beautiful mahogany table here up in your head and with characters that are around this table, and their fear and their black executive chairs. And we have made it so powerful. This committee doesn't have to be powerful at all, but we've made it very powerful. And so there's fear sitting around this table, fear and worry and doubt and illness and sickness and not enough and lack and limitation and shame and guilt and a whole bunch of members there. And the head of the committee, John, is the judge. And the judge is always judging you in a negative, unwanted way. And so the beautiful thing is we don't have to listen to the committee anymore. You have the power in spiritual terms. The committee is the devil. And for us to recognize that we have the power to we don't have to listen to the committee. And the committee, again, is about what we don't want. So when I got out of seminary, when I got out of my education on mental science, that I realized that they forgot God or our higher power, the universe, or whatever you want to call it. They forgot that. We're not just the skin and bones people. We can think, we can create, we can feel. We have these 6 senses, to include the 6th sense, to communicate with the divine. And so I went to seminary school for 4 years to figure out this God thing, if you will. And I was blessed to be able to understand how life plays and how we can play, how you can have life play the way you want it. And so I mentioned that. So it's actually 5 steps that science said it's 3 steps, and they were kind of right. They just forgot God. So the way it really works is life. For you to get anything you want in step 5, if you will, that the first thing, and it's all up to you, it's your thought. And so it's ask and you shall receive. So step 5, receive. So you got to ask, okay? You got to knock on the doors. So it's all about what your thinking is. You have to seek in order to find. And so step 1 is your thought. Your thought creates energy, just like the scientist said. But that energy, your emotions, is actually your communication system to the divine, to God, to the universe, whatever word you want to say, to your higher power. And in step 3, your prayer from step 1, and your prayer is every moment of every day. It's not if you're in church or on your hands and knees or your hands folded. It's every moment of your thinking. And remember, 80% of the time, most people think about what they don't want, and no wonder why most people aren't as happy as they can be. And so in step 3, God instantly answers our prayer that is translated from our thoughts or our words to our emotions. And our emotions are actually what communicate with God, with the divine. And in step 3, God instantly receives your prayer and instantly answers your prayer. But most people say, but Dr. Hank, where's my stuff? Where's my health? Where's my happiness? Where's my partner? Where's my money, my whatever, my happiness? And where it is, it's an energy form. God is answered, but it's an energy form. The whole universe is energy. These walls of mine look like they're solid walls. They're actually moving. There's more space than matter there. It's that our senses don't really recognize what's going on. And what's going on is that everything is energy, and you, John, have the power to take the energy that creates worlds, the energy that is in the walls and the airs and the people, and you have the power with your thoughts to mold that energy into anything that you want. All things are possible for you, John. So step 4 is we need to, what I call, abe it, allow it, believe it, and expect it. Ooh. And so, and give you an example of that. Let's say I say in step 1, I want better health. And so that, I love having better health. I love being more youthful, love being healthier. That emotion then goes to step 2, that emotion. And that emotion is my communication system to the divine, to God. And it has all the answers. It's also called the 5th dimension, where all the understanding is, all the answers, all the solutions, and all the manifestations of everything you want is already actually here in the 5th dimension. So back to, in this 5th dimension, into God, God receives your prayer, answers it. But if you say good health, but then you look and you say, oh, my knee hurts me, okay, or I can't do something very well or whatever physically, that now, instead of step 4, allowing it, now I'm praying and I'm thinking about my knee hurting or something not working. So if we look at what's going on, we're going to just continue to get more of what we don't want if we don't like what's going on, such as the knee hurting or I'm unable to do something, physically, that I'll just get more of it. So I can't be looking at, but we've been taught, hey, face reality. And I say, John, you and I are never going to face reality. We're going to create reality now. Because reality is what we're experiencing, whether it's in our bodies, in our minds, in our world, with the people around us. Reality is what we're thinking and feeling right now. That then goes and is answered. And if we allow it, believe it, and expect it, then we'll receive it. Another way to look at that is that spiritually, religiously, ask and receive, but in the middle, the Father does the work. We don't need to be doing the work. that the committee will say, oh, I got to work hard and we're going upstream, and none of our desires are upstream. All of our desires are downstream, easy, that we just allow it. We know that when we ask for something, that we will get it. It's already here with us because before you even pray, it's already here. And the reason why, because it's literally in the field, the quantum field, the fifth dimension, heaven, whatever you want, in the mind of God, that it's already here. We just need to allow it, believe it, and expect it. And so, hearing that, any thoughts on that? Questions, comments?
It seems like it's easier said than done, though.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's easy to do, I'll be doing it, you know.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, and so that thought actually is a committee thought because basically it doesn't feel good, right? To say, oh, it's easier said than done. And if you
Right.
say that, and if you believe that, then it'll be that way. But like, for
Right.
example, you, John, that you are more mobile now, you are happier now than you were 6 months ago. You've gone to a wedding. You said, you can't travel. You've gone to a wedding in New York. You've gone traveling there and then seen friends. You have a trip planned to Maui now, that you have, during our time together, had a woman you were interested in. And so, and all of that. And like you speak better now that, and all you need to do is be say, yeah, I love that I'm speaking better. I love that I'm getting around more because that's the
Uh,
goal.
I,
Yeah.
I appreciate what you're saying, but I feel like my gait hesitation has gotten worse the last 6 months.
That you're what?
My gait hesitation has gotten worse in the last 6 months.
That, and again, if that's the case, then it's like, yeah, that's what I don't want. And so that I want it better. And so if I say again, that's the kind of facing reality, if you will. And if you think that it's gotten worse, then it's going to not only be worse, but it's going to get even worse. But there are those good things that I shared with you that have
Yeah.
gotten better. But
Yeah.
what did your committee do? Looked at what got worse. Is all of us can find something that is worse, and that actually takes us to a very good understanding of life, John. That before we came here, we all signed up for what I call contrast: things we don't want, things we don't like, the unwanted. And the reason why we have to, in this world has everything we want and everything we don't want. And we get to choose. And so we have to brush up against things we don't like or want. And so bad health, that, a certain condition getting worse, that whatever, we have to have that, a relationship that breaks up or, is very good, or not enough money or not enough happiness or not enough peace. We have to have that because what happens is it's all critical, and you are so critical, John, to all of humanity, is that when you experience the contrast, the things you don't want, that something isn't as good as, something that's getting worse, where God goes, where your higher power goes, is it knows what you want and it expands. It goes to what you do want, whether you do or not, doesn't matter. It goes to what you want. And because of that, that expansion puts the eternity into all of humanity, puts the eternity in all those that have lived. We have eternal life. We've been promised, we've been told we have eternal life. And in fact, we do. And what brings that eternity to God and all that is and humanity is our being in the frontier of us experiencing this world, having the courage to come to this world and experience this contrast about things we don't want that burst what we do want. And so you get to choose. You can choose on the things that are getting better, or you can choose the things that aren't getting better. And it's your choice. If you choose what's getting better, you now go with God. And now you're with your higher power. And now everything that you want comes to you. But if you choose to look at what you don't like or want, like some, no, I'm not better in this one area physically, that what that does is that will start creating more things that aren't better. And do you follow that?
I do. I do.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just so tempting. And this is like temptation they talk about in the Bible, temptation. The temptation is to look at what's happening right now to me physically, to what my finances are, what my health is, my happiness, whatever. And for us to look at it and say, oh, this is the truth. No, the truth is what I'm thinking and feeling because it's been proven by science and it aligns with a biblical principle that when I ask for something like better health, that it will come. So what we're looking at, the results, what we're experiencing right now, it's old news because it all started with my thoughts. But if I keep on thinking about what I'm experiencing right now, I'm going to continue to experience that, and it's going to get bigger and bigger. And if it's things I don't want to experience, like bad health, it'll get worse and worse. And I'm a testimonial of that. I've been in, where I've been paralyzed from my waist down. And there's that car of mine, and another picture of the car where it totaled my car and totaled my body. And I love this picture always of the Hankers is still smiling. All four teeth were kicked out, and were knocked out. And so now, where's the good? Like, what's the good in my teeth being knocked out? I got four straighter than they were, whiter teeth than I ever had before. And then what about being paralyzed and from my waist down? What's the good in that? I'm a testimonial to the world that because I just thought I didn't listen to the doctors, I listened to God, I listened to what I wanted, and I stated what I wanted to be able to walk, and voila, I'm able to walk and turn around. And that's a miracle. Yes, it is. Yeah, and people say, "Oh, Dr. Hank, you're a walking miracle." And I say, "Yes, I am. I'm a walking miracle, but so are you." And John, you're a walking miracle. You have the power, and the highest thing for you to really be able to experience in this life is joy, freedom, and joy. And you have the power right now to feel free, to feel joy. And all you need to do is ask for it, and ask for better feeling thoughts. Ask to feel better. And as you do, you will be in a state of joy, a state of freedom, free to be able to, I don't need to be in the contrast. I can move out of there. Today I did my joy shop for over 2 hours. And it was actually, I woke up at 12:30 and I was just so excited to get with the divine and be with the divine that I started my joy shop. And I start that off by just being silent. There's in the Bible, it says, be still and know that I am God. And so in my stillness, as I'm quiet, as I'm not chattering away, if you will, that I'm just quiet. And let's go there right now and just close your eyes and breathe in deeply.
This was 12:30 this morning when you woke up.
Yes, yes. 12:30 this morning. I was so delighted to be awake so I could be with God, so I could be with my higher power. And I
Did you go
just
back to
have,
bed? Did you go back to bed or have you been up?
yeah, I had about 2:45. I went back to sleep. Yeah, yeah. And and then when I woke up, I because I had done the Georgia, but I kind of redid. I reviewed my day, and what a magical. I pray like every day. I pray for you, and here's my prayer for you that I wish I send to you well-being. I send to you confidence, authority, command, because that's who you are. You're the creator of your reality. I send you health, wealth, and success. I sent to you this morning, and everyone that I send to you, that more freedom, more allowing, more accepting, more being receptive and receiving, more happiness to you, John, more grace, more trusting. Trusting what? Trusting that when you ask for something, it is coming to you, it's with you already. And trusting that you planted the seed. Is there a germination process? Yeah, you plant the seed in heaven, in the fifth dimension, in the mind of God, if you will. You plant that seed, and then there's a germination period. Everything needs that. A woman gets pregnant. That it's 9 months before that baby. But when she's pregnant, she knows she's pregnant. Okay, you can't see any baby for the first, few months, whatever. You can't see any, but she knows she's pregnant, and she feels that. And in fact, when she gets pregnant, a mother is quiet. It doesn't go out boasting, "Oh, I'm pregnant." She's quiet. She knows this is a sacred time with her and her baby. And these are your thoughts. Just as a mother with a child, that your thoughts are safe. To not say things like, "Oh, this is getting worse," because then it will. It's like, hey, I'm going to look at what's happening, but all the joy I've experienced, about how I'm feeling better. I have better feeling thoughts. Wake up in the morning better. And it's all about better. See, the committee wants to sneak in, just crack that door open a little, and it's going to come running in and tell you about how bad things are. And John, you got it made. We all got it made. We can think, we can feel. And so there's this germination period that it's right here, right now with you. And you have the power to choose in every moment the wanted or the unwanted. In every situation, in every condition, in every person, every experience, in every particle of the universe is the wanted and the unwanted. And you get to choose. You have dominion over it all. And it's like, oh my God, I get to choose. And how do I know, like, how do I know I'm guided? How do I know I'm loved? How do I know I'm supported by this higher power, this that we call God, the universe, and whatever? How do we know that? And here's how we know it. I shared with you that before we communicate to the divine, to God, to all that is our higher power, through our feelings. It's our thoughts go to our feelings. And why our feelings? Because it's the truth. It's done on you as you believe. And so your feelings are going to be shared with what you really believe in. So if you really believe that you're getting healthier, if you really believe that you're happier and wealthier and more successful, and all the things that I prayed for you, okay, and that includes, by the way, that I pray for more easy money, more of an easy life, and more love, joy, peace, and enlightenment. Oh, if you would just soak your mind in those thoughts of the prayer that I gave to you, soak your mind in that always, then you'd only have that. You'd be living like I do in the fifth dimension, in heaven, right here on earth. I'm a conduit between heaven and earth. My feet are rooted into the ground, and that it goes through up, and my head is in the heavens. And I'm the conduit to heaven and earth, and so are you. And so we communicate through our emotions to the divine. But guess what? every moment of every day, we've been guided, we've been loved, we've been supported. And how? By whatever you're thinking about. If you feel bad and you have a bad thought like, oh, I'm not getting better in this one area, it doesn't feel good, it's God telling you, you're not thinking about this the way that I am. All things are possible with me. I can cure you. I can give you everything you want. But if you keep on asking for, saying that it's not getting better, I can't make it better because you have all the control. You have dominion over it all. I do the work for you. Yeah, you do the asking. You do the knocking on that door, John, of your good health, of your happiness, your peace. You get it. But the beautiful thing is that when you're thinking thoughts that make you feel good, it's God guiding you, saying, John, you're on your lighted path now. Just continue to have these beautiful, good feeling thoughts about what you do desire. Don't face reality, create reality with me. It's a co-creative process. And you have all the power, John, to be able to create the life of your dreams. And I love you so much. And you just know that, wow, you hold it all. You hold the keys to the kingdom within you. And just close your eyes and just imagine you walking in the kingdom, your kingdom, John. It's this red velvet carpet, and this carpet down this beautiful hallway that is just lit up, and out in this gorgeous big room that there's 3 steps that go up, and just see you so lightly, easily walking up those 3 steps and going to your throne, to your red velvet chair, your golden chair that sits for you, and you sit on your throne of the kingdom within you. And you look out, there's all the beautiful people, and your relatives, your sisters, your nieces, all the people that just love you, all the people that you've experienced with throughout your beautiful life. And they're all here to help you to become your greatest possibility, to have your desires be called forth now. And you stand in your throne and you look out on your kingdom and you declare, me and my kingdom now prosper. Oh, God, yes. And now you and your kingdom prosper, John. And you walk down that throne so easily, so just gliding in the air, walking down, people cheering and laughing and loving you and sending you the best. And all the treasures that you have wanted are there in front of you, all for your asking, your health, your happiness, the easy money, the easy life, the success, the peace. It's all here with you now, John. And as you go inside, into your beautiful, beautiful kingdom, this is where everything is free. And we give thanks for this. And as we open up our eyes, we now see a more abundant life, a healthier life, a wealthier life, a happier life, John. This is a beautiful, beautiful world. And you are so beautiful. You are so loved. You're so cherished. You're so important to all of us. You and your life, and creating now the happiness, the laughter, the fun, the smiles, the good feeling thoughts, and the good feeling that take you to heaven right here on earth. And this is now done unto you, John. And so it is. Amen.
Mhm. Thank you so much. Can you send me that? Can you send me that recording?
Yes, I'll send you that recording. And I love you with all my heart. And again, when you need me, you just come asking, come knocking on the door. And I and
Totally
all
will.
that is will
I
answer.
appreciate your friendship. I feel like I made a friend here. Good.
Yes. Thank you, John. You're my dear friend. And I love you with all my heart.